It's 11:11 as I hit record, and I love when confirmations like this arise, letting us all know whether you're seeing this message now or in the near future. This message is timeless, and we are meant to be here for a divine, sacred purpose. Now, I've been wanting to talk about Mary Magdalene and Jesus and their spiritual seekers for centuries. For those on the twin flames, their story offers a profound lesson of divine love, union, spiritual awakening. And I absolutely love that I got the opportunity to do it today. And this is all about a sacred partnership, balancing the yin, the yang, the divine masculine and feminine. And Mary Magdalene and Jesus represent the archetypal balance of the divine masculine and feminine. And where Jesus embodies the qualities of strength, leadership, protection, and divine wisdom, in essence, the divine masculine, Mary Magdalene symbolizes the receptivity, the intuition, the compassion, the nurturing, and that is the essence of the divine feminine. So, their relationship had transcended the physical plane and they had merged these energies into a spiritual partnership. Now, when we talk about the twin flame journey, it is a concept of sacred union. It does begin with ourselves. We must remember that each soul possesses both divine masculine and feminine energies. That's why when I say take the energies as they resonate, because these energies, both masculine and feminine, must be acknowledged, they must be balanced and integrated to achieve wholeness. For instance, the divine feminine within calls for nurturing intuition, creativity, and emotional depth, while the divine masculine drives action, discipline, and clarity of purpose. So their connection is a reminder for twin flames that true union arises not from the dependency, but from the equilibrium of these polarities. When we are able to embrace our inner masculine and inner feminine, there is an alignment within ourselves energetically, and that creates the harmonious foundation for physical union with twin flames. And the partnership demonstrates the power of co-creation. Together, they fulfill a divine mission, showing up that this sacred relationship isn't just about personal fulfillment. Major contribution to a greater purpose is the divine mission. That is the completion of the divine mission. How do you contribute to this greater purpose? And twin flames too are often called to align their energies, not only for their own growth, but to uplift others, to bring higher consciousness into the world. And I will be talking about more of these things as we go along. But that is just one of the things that they're called here to do, this sacred partnership, allowing both light and dark to shine. And often the divine masculine tends not to face the dark feminine shadow aspects of their own inner divine feminine. The feminines have been likely to ascend higher because they're embracing the shadow. And it takes a little bit longer for the divine masculine because of culture, because of all of the narrative that they have been structured in by society to behave and be in a certain way. Hence the reason their own shadow, that dark feminine shadow side, is quite difficult to overcome. But Mary Magdalene's journey is one of transformation. Historically, she was mischaracterized as a sinful figure, but in modern scholarship and spiritual interpretations, they do highlight her as a healer, as a disciple, as the embodiment of the divine feminine. Now, her story reflects the power of rising above judgment, as well as embracing one's higher self through healing and inner work. So if you ever align with Mary Magdalene as a consort, as a light, as an energetic transference. This is probably why you are being called to heighten those qualities within you. And within the twin flame journey, healing is paramount. We know this. It is the most poignant outcome of this journey. And twin flames do mirror each other's deepest, darkest wounds. They mirror each other's fears and insecurities. And those triggers are not meant to cause harm, but they are there to reveal aspects of yourself that need love and attention. So instead of focusing on why your masculine isn't around or they're not communicating, what areas of wounds, of fears, insecurities is it highlighting for you so you can address those within yourself? And this is a very uncomfortable process. It does involve a lot of confrontation. This is why a lot of times twin flames dip in and out of their partners, counterparts' lives to reestablish these triggers, to ask individuals to keep choosing again, but choosing themselves. And when we end up confronting this shadow aspect, there are parts of ourselves that we have rejected or suppressed. So the healing and transformation, embracing our shadow, is a very strategic way to allow ourselves to unveil the rejection or suppression of nature, the wounding that have been hidden for a very long time, because maybe at that time of wounding, we weren't able to fully process what happened. So Mary Magdalene teaches us that these wounds are not obstacles, but they are doorways to transformation. That is the whole point of this. You are given a gift to view them as opportunities. When we end up facing our wounds, we face them with courage and self-compassion. We end up transmuting our pain into wisdom. We end up shifting our fear into love. And we end up merging from separation into unity. And Mary Magdalene exemplifies the importance of shedding societal conditioning. For Mary Magdalene, it is stepping into your own authentic self. And that is a key step in the twin flame path. Normally, your masculine will allow you time and space and opportunity to be more authentic, to be more truthful, to honor yourself. And that's why there is time apart. So you are able to heal and transform these obstacles into opportunities, and those types of authentic unveiling is one of the key aspects to this journey. And Mary Magdalene, her relationship with Jesus does highlight the power of unconditional acceptance. A lot of relationships, a lot of marriages are not devout within this level of unconditional love. Unconditional love is you being your highest truth and not expecting anything in return. A lot of times people come into a relationship expecting something from the other. I want you to help me feel this way. I feel good when you're around. I feel happy and lighter. I like when you help me. And all of these things are conditions. So, because we live in a transactional society, we expect when we give something, we expect something in return. And love relationships have become transactional. I have got a reel on this about Ram Dass. So if you haven't seen that reel, head over to my YouTube channel, the Reels section, and Ram Dass clearly explains why we need to exude this level of unconditional acceptance. Jesus saw Mary's divinity and potential free of judgment. And that reflects the twin flame dynamic. Your counterpart sees the highest version of you, and you see the highest version of them, even when you struggle to see it yourself. And a lot of times the masculine struggle to see it themselves. So we end up casting a light on each other's shadows to heal, to transform. And essentially, it's a mutual recognition that fosters this powerful, profound healing and growth. And the third aspect is this sense of spiritual awakening when we're witnessing this divine truth unfold. So, Mary Magdalene's role as a close disciple of Jesus emphasizes her deep spiritual connection and alignment. She was one of the first to witness his resurrection and symbolizing her role as a bringer of divine truth. So, in many traditions, she was viewed as a spiritual equal to Jesus, embodying wisdom and intuition. But for those who are on their twin flame journey, spiritual awakening is often the central theme. When you meet your twin flame, it really does offer you a profound awakening via multiple triggers. And at first, you may not understand why this is happening or what this is happening or what even is happening. But Mary Magdalene is offering an opportunity for you to be called to see beyond the illusions of the material world. And so, therefore, embracing this higher truth. When we look at Mary's story, it does teach us that awakening is both personal and collective. Mary's spiritual path wasn't just about her individual growth. It was also about contributing to a larger mission. And that's where the twin flame journey isn't solely about romantic union. It is a path to raising your consciousness and the ability to serve for the greater good. So, this type of awakening really does require faith. It requires a whole lot of faith. Your faith will be tested, the trust in yourself will be tested, as well as resilience. Now, I know for me, it's required a lot of patience, but resilience and courage and faith, they all go hand in hand when it comes to these levels of spiritual awakening. And Mary is a great example because she had unwavering support of Jesus. Even in the face of societal judgment and immense challenges, it was the reflection, the strength needed on this twin flame path. Trust your inner knowing just as Mary did and stay aligned with your truth, even when this journey feels uncertain. And going back to this unconditional love, the core of divine union, I talked about unconditional love earlier, but the connection between Mary Magdalene and Jesus is often celebrated as a representation of unconditional love. It is a reminder of what true love actually is. And many, many relationships in the 3D do not embody that because they're there for convenience, they're there for support, they're there for raising children. Uh, with Mary Magdalene and Jesus, their bond was free from the egoic structures of attachment, of expectation, and of fear. And really, their connection was rooted in mutual respect, divine purpose, and spiritual connection. So it's almost like they understood and they established that foundation. So the reason why this is important for twin flames is to embody the same unconditional love. However, this is often way easier said than done, right? This journey triggers huge feelings of abandonment, many, many feelings of unworthiness, particularly getting frustrated on this journey, especially when you're going through these periods of separation. But these challenges are purposeful. They are here to deepen your capacity for unconditional love, and it begins with yourself. So, whereas Mary and Jesus demonstrate the unconditional love isn't about being perfect, but it's about presence and acceptance. It's about seeing the divine in yourself and your counterpart. And even in moments of struggle or imperfection, this type of love transcends romantic ideals and it extends to humanity and the divine. So, where the twin flames can practice unconditional love includes letting go of control and expectations. It is about allowing your counterpart to grow at their own pace while trusting this divine plan. And just like Mary and Jesus, your love is a reflection of divine unity. It is teaching you to love from a place of abundance rather than need, rather than conditions. And the next one is the service to the greater good, union as a mission. I absolutely love this one because Mary Magdalene and Jesus didn't come together solely for their own fulfillment. Their union was deeply tied to the mission of spreading love, forgiveness, and spiritual truth. They served as co-creators of a new paradigm. And this is why you're here on earth to create a new paradigm, to inspire humanity to live in alignment with divine principles. So twin flames find that their connection will serve a higher purpose. And I remember even my own journey, I've said, allow it to be if it's for the greater good. If it's for the greater good, then allow this to be. I pray for the greater good. Should this union come into the 3D, and this was a good few months, if not a year back, I asked for it to be in alignment for a higher purpose. Otherwise, I didn't want it. And even though there are romantic aspects of this relationship and can be significant, the ultimate goal the ultimate goal is to often uplift others and contribute to this collective healing. And that's why there has been a lot of bad rap around these twin flames, because where people have been subjected to additional wounding, additional trauma, and vindictive, manipulative behavior to, coerce people to part with their hard-earned money in promise that they would be in union with their divine counterpart. This isn't about that. This isn't about abuse. This isn't about manipulation. This is about how do we uplift others? How do we contribute to collective healing? How can this mission manifest in many, many forms, including teaching, healing, creating art that inspires others? And you don't need any workshop or you don't need anybody to tell you these things. This is free online. And if you're still here in this beautiful channeled message, please do click the like button so more people can find support and a way, an opportunity to get through some of the challenges they may not be able to. Mary Magdalene and Jesus reminds us that sacred unions are really not just about personal happiness, but it is about aligning with a greater mission. So, if we're able to reflect on how our own twin flame journey can inspire and serve the world, that is a huge step in the right direction. How are you, through your relationship or your individual growth, contributing to the collective shift in consciousness? And it could mean something small at the beginning. It could mean that you feel that you want to spread more love into this world. That in itself is a huge collective shift in consciousness. You may be wanting to be more kinder or generous to your neighbors or to strangers, and that in itself is shifting in consciousness. If you end up pouring more into yourself and gathering the resources to take care of yourself, heart, body, mind, and soul, spirit, that is your consciousness raising the vibration into the collective. And so you can do many, many things. And when you end up finding your specific purpose, whether that is within your job or whether that is volunteering, whether that is just within your family or community, you're going to know the way that this mission aligns with your service to the world and how you're ending up contributing to the collective. And the final thing with Mary Magdalene and Jesus is trusting the divine plan, the ultimate surrender to faith. Whereas Mary Magdalene and Jesus had really endured immense challenges. Many of them included societal judgment, which is why there are many twin flames who are transgender, who have different types of relationship with different types of people, who are non-binary, who are lesbian or gay, or have a significant age gap, who have significant religious differences. The challenges that you're enduring is beyond societal judgment, right? The physical separation that Mary and Jesus had was through his crucifixion. So the connection remained unbroken. It was grounded in faith. It was trusting in the divine plan. So when the twin flames have periods of separation, they go through these elements and periods of uncertainty. When you are being challenged, those tests are for your patience, are for your faith. They are opportunities to surrender to the divine plan and trust that everything is unfolding for your highest good. So when Mary's unwavering faith in Jesus and their mission is a powerful example of surrender, she didn't resist the difficulties, but embraced them with grace, knowing full well they served a higher purpose, even if she may not know what that was. And so this is trusting those obstacles, trusting those challenges that come on your twin flame path. Trust that they are shaping you and the person you're meant to become. Surrender doesn't mean giving up. It means letting go of control. It means trusting in divine timing of your union and staying in alignment with your inner truth. Mary did this, and she is an example to trust the journey that is leading you to your own highest potential. So for me, I feel like each lesson from Mary Magdalene and Jesus, they do offer profound wisdom, especially for those of you who are on your twin flame journey. So if you did resonate with this and you're still here, please do click the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. You may even wish to join the community either as a thank you for being on YouTube, or head over to my website where you can find an opportunity to collaborate and be in a community of other like-minded souls who are here for spiritual growth, who are here for love, for inner union, to be interconnected and dive into a deeper understanding of ourselves as well as divine. I'm sending you guys so much love. Bye for now.